If this is like the 5th Daily Notes video you've watched because everything else seems so complicated, you're in the right place. I've used Obsidian for years and I've done all kinds of different setups from super minimal to full-blown second brain. And I've noticed something in that time frame, and that's that the more complicated things got, the harder they were to use consistently and maintain. Daily Notes are the perfect example of that. For a long time, I didn't use them at all, but recently I revisited them and I built a workflow that is straightforward, it's minimal, and that's what I'm sharing today. First though, let me explain why I avoided Daily Notes for so long. I've been using Obsidian for years, like I said, and I've tried a lot of different Daily Notes workflows. So it's really attracted to the appeal, the idea of like tracking your daily habits, moods, workouts, other pieces of your life. That seemed really appealing to me. But the reality of trying to create this routine of doing all that with the Daily Notes was just not sustainable because life doesn't cooperate with that. So eventually, after a lot of failed attempts, I just stopped doing it altogether. I was like, this is kind of like, I don't need this in my workflow. And then something changed. And it wasn't like I found some cool plugin or like a new template that changed everything. I just stumbled upon a different way of thinking. And it came from Cal Newport, who's a best-selling author. He has a podcast. I think that's where I heard this. He talks about a technique that he calls the working memory.txt file. It's just a notepad file, like just a plain text that he saves on his desktop. And he suggests you open it up at the beginning of the day. It's empty. And it's literally just like a lightweight workspace where you put things in that you're working on, whether that's just things you got to remember, you're copying and pasting things. It's not permanent, but it is just like a cognitive offload. And once I heard him describing this, the light bulb kind of went off like, hey, I could use like an Obsidian Daily Note for the same thing, and it would be able to do some things that the plain text file can't do by itself. So as I started to think about it like that, a lot of the things people do in their daily notes started to be unnecessary. And as they fell away, so did a lot of the complexity. So let me talk about the things I'm not doing in my daily note. Number one, I'm not journaling, okay? I don't have like prompts in my daily note of like, here's the journals I wanna do. It's also not something I'm using to track my habits or track things like my workouts or quantify different pieces of my life. Because honestly, I just can't keep up with it. So it doesn't result in some sort of life dashboard or complex like task management system. I'm not doing any of that in my daily note. You'll notice that when we look at the template, it's not some elaborate dashboard. There's not a lot of structure to it. You can probably make it in 10 seconds. It's much, much simpler. So let's look at the template next. So now we're in Obsidian, and I'm gonna show you the workflow I use with these daily notes. Quick little tour first. You will notice that there's no inbox folder here on the left anymore, and I have this journal folder with the year nested inside. In a moment, I'm going to show you how to set this up so it's automatic. So as you make your daily notes, the new year gets put in there automatically. It's pretty easy, but stay tuned for that. First, let's just jump into the daily note template. So I have this bound to a hotkey just for ease of use. It's Control or Command D. That does override one of the default hotkeys in Obsidian, but it's one that I don't ever use, so it doesn't pose a problem for me, and it's much easier and more intuitive to think of Command D as the daily note. So I do that, I open this up, and you'll see those sections that I mentioned before. We have the morning routine, and just kind of that reminder. So I get up, I kind of like, this is one of the first things I do in the morning is pull up a daily note, and these are just nice little reminders for me. Again, sometimes I check them off, sometimes I don't, but ideally that would be the thing. I check them off as I do them. And then I can collapse down the heading, which is nice because it kind of gets it out of the way. So then I get into the today's notes. This is the meat of the workflow. So in here, I'm going to just kind of use this as my all-purpose capture. So I might put things in here, as, maybe first thing in the morning, I have thoughts that I want to just get out of my head. So the other day I was actually just thinking like, maybe I should get rid of my writing desk. I think it takes up too much space, and you can see my fat fingering all over this, but whatever, it's just capturing. We'll figure it out later. So that's one example of like, I might just type stuff in there. Then I also may have more purpose-driven things. Like the other day, I had a call with my realtor. A lot of times with phone calls and stuff, I'll use the natural language dates plugin to do something really cool, which is put the timestamp on there. So you can do time now and it will drop in the time, which is really awesome. So then I'll have my notes. So like he, for instance, said that, inventory should open up as the weather gets warmer. Suggested now is a good time to start watching for open houses and seeing kinds. Properties I like, right? So, and I would potentially have more. I mean, we were on the phone for like 20 minutes. There was a good amount of information, but you take a bunch of notes about that call and it's under the heading. Great. And then as I go out throughout the day, I change context. So something else I might be working on later that day, maybe I'm working on some vacation planning, looking at LA as a potential destination. Flights are anywhere from $200 to $300 round trip or nonstop. And then I might, for instance, drop in a link to a site that I'm using like Kayak to, book my travel, whatever. And now that's in there. So then I'm kind of going along, and maybe I also want to capture some reference information. So I'm working on maybe my YouTube channel branding. And what I want to do is get the hex codes for the colors that I'm using in a lot of my brand materials. So I'm going to say colors under here, and then I might have primary, and then I'll copy in, there's one hex code, and then the secondary, copy another one, my tertiary color, boom. All right, so there's my hex codes. What I might do is I might just go like this, right? So then I've got a bunch of notes, and I'll kind of go throughout the day doing this, and you can copy and paste things in from like the web or whatever else I'm doing that supports my thinking for the day. Now, you'll notice again, like I said, there is this metadata field for reviewed. So on the home page, I have a database that simply shows all of, and I failed. I did not set this up correctly. I'm supposed to also have the reviewed here. All of the daily notes that have not been checked as reviewed. And all I do with this is I don't come to this every day, but some, couple times a week, every other day or so, just sort of when I get a chance or when I see the list getting relatively long, I'll pop in here and I'll run through it. And what I'm looking for is, are there tasks that I need to capture, right? So like nothing really special here. This is just a thought. I might drop that into Todoist to look at again if I'm going to actually work on it. But like, for instance, this vacation planning, this is part of a project. So I probably want to put this with the project. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the command palette, and I'm going to type the word extract. And then you can pull up this, which is the note composer. It says extract this heading. If I click on that, then I can start typing the name of the project. And you can see my other video about how I do projects in Obsidian if you want to see that. But then you'll see I have planned vacations for 2026 in my projects. If I click on that, now it links to that. Now let me open that up to show you what it does. It drops it at the bottom of the file. So it puts it exactly where I would want to put it, and toward the end, it appends it. And then I have it right in there with my project notes, but it still is linked to that daily note. And it creates that sort of cross-linking, but then pretty quick way to just put those things in there without having to go find the note where it belongs in the moment that I'm capturing it. So another example is with this YouTube channel branding. This is reference information. I don't think this belongs with any other note. I think it can be its own note, and I can just say the same thing, extract this heading, and then it'll automatically take that first heading as the title, and there isn't anything else there. It says enter to create. If I enter to create, now I have a new note that has all that information in it, and I can file that kind of where I want to, but then it's linked on this daily note as well. So it's a nice kind of way to just capture things without having to think about organizing them. And then you can kind of promote things as you want. This is what I've been doing. It works pretty well as far as I know. And then some of this stuff I can just leave in the daily note. And then that's kind of the nice thing, is that no matter what I'm doing, like say I wanted to find, like maybe I want to know a realtor. If I'm using OmniSearch, it searches all the text of any note. And I can see here that day comes up with the information about that call with the realtor. And so I have that there. So even if I just leave it in the daily note, I don't have to organize it. Search will find it, especially if you're using a plugin like OmniSearch. So that is essentially the workflow. But if you want to do this, there are a few setup tweaks that will make this a little bit smoother, particularly with setting up the folders and a little bit of light automation. So To do this, you do need 4 kind of essential plugins in my mind. Number 1 is Calendar. And that gives you this little widget that you can put wherever you want. That gives you a calendar that allows you to open daily notes. So if I click on today, it opens today's note. Now, if I click on yesterday, it's going to say, hey, do you want to create the note? Yes, boom. And it creates a new daily note for that day. It also has these little dots that kind of give you a visual of how much you've written on that day. That can be kind of helpful. But this is almost like essential if you're going to use daily notes, because it lets you very easily and visually move around your daily notes. But if you do anything that involves multiple time scales, then periodic notes is what you're going to want. And it also kind of works like this. So you have your notes here. I only have the daily notes turned on here because that's what I'm demonstrating. But in my real vault, I have daily notes. I have weekly notes turned on. I think I even have quarterly on as well. So you'll see here that this syntax is how I get that automation over here to create the yearly folders. So what you do in this is you set your note folder to the top level folder here. So in my case, that's this journal folder. And then under the format, you put YYYY for the year, a slash, and then your daily format. So I kind of go with the generic format, the YYYY -MM -DD to get that this little format here. So that is how I set that up. You can do the same thing with your weekly notes with any of these other note templates. You can do multiple levels of nesting. So you could even set it up to have YYYY, and I can show you this, MMMM. And I'll show you how that works. Now let me open one for Wednesday. And then you'll see that it now has created a March folder. Now, if I was being smart, I would have used a number just for sorting reasons. But I don't do that because I don't really care. Like, they're going to sort chronologically anyway because of the way the dates are set up. And I don't find the need to have all those nesting of folders. But if you wanted to do that, that's how you would do it. It's very easy. Now, a third plugin you're going to want to set up a good daily note workflow. And this is kind of just a quality of life convenience sort of plugin, very similar to Calendar, is the Daily Note. And shout out to one of our viewers who actually turned me onto this plugin, the Daily Note nav bar. Boom, here's that. And when you install it, this is a really simple plugin, but has a really cool use case. So we're going to close this again, and then we're going to open it. And then what you'll notice is that now there's this little bar at the top that has the surrounding days. And I can go backwards. I can go forwards. So this is really good when I'm in my sort of review mode and I'm going through and I can be like, all right, today, yeah, reviewed, go back. And now if you show the homepage, this is a good example of that data view or database now, is that I have this list of the files that I haven't reviewed. Now, if I know there's not much in here, or if I'm like working in multiple tabs, I can also just check them off like this, and then they disappear. So that's essentially how I'm doing that. Now, the final plugin you're going to want, and I've mentioned it a couple times already, is OmniSearch. So OmniSearch basically makes search in Obsidian actually useful. So what you do is kind of, as you've seen here, I have a hotkey for it. It opens up the OmniSearch, and this basically what it does is OmniSearch searches everything in the note, the contents, the headings, and it's just a much better experience for finding stuff. And that makes the workflow of just like leaving stuff in your daily note actually viable, is having a search plugin that finds that stuff much easier. And the cool thing is, like, all of that extra stuff is just extra. You can do daily notes just out of the box with Obsidian the way that I'm showing you. There's no plugins that are required, though I would say that if you had to pick one of those 4, OmniSearch is probably the one you want, just so that you can find that stuff that might be buried in your daily notes. But the real question of all this is, like, why does this actually work so well? Number 1, it's low friction. I don't have to think about it. I pop open the daily note when I need it, I put things in there, and it just works. Like, there's no extra structure or rigid process I have to follow. There's also no guilt when I miss a day, right? I have daily notes that are empty. I have days without notes, and it's not a big deal. Nothing breaks. The other piece that makes this sustainable is there's no system maintenance, right? Like, if I change my workflow, I just change the contents of the template. I don't have to worry that, like, the metadata structure is going to break, or I have to rebuild all these dashboards. with all the things I was trying to measure. So there's no friction to even changing the workflow, and there's no maintenance attached to it. I don't have to do extra tasks to make this thing work. Also, the organization is optional, right? Like I don't have to worry about getting things precisely into the right place. It's just like, even if I just leave it in my daily note, it's retrievable by search, and that makes it so frictionless. It's great. So I also understand though that this isn't for everybody, right? Like some people want other things out of their daily note. So it's definitely not for people who really want to track everything and have all that quantified self stuff in your Obsidian vault. This isn't going to do it for you. If you also want that kind of deep structured journaling to kind of like get into your thoughts and like really understand things internally, this isn't going to do that for you either. So it definitely will help if what you want to do is produce with Obsidian. You want to get stuff out of your head, create, build things. This workflow will help you be more productive using Obsidian as a tool. It will also help you if you value action over analysis. Like you want to get out of your head. You spend too much time there already and you just want to, get things done. This is what this workflow is designed around, because if you are that person, you don't need a life dashboard. You just need a place to think and a system that's simple enough that you're going to do it and do it, consistently. So if you like this kind of simple approach to Obsidian, subscribe to the channel, because that's what I do.